What's up, guys? It's Pete with Krietz Customs. Wheel Pros just dropped a new tire called the AVIX. This is the TrailTek RT. We are among the few that have received multitudes of these tires, driven them, tested them, and now we're ready to do a full review on whether or not it is going to be a good buy for y'all. Let's get into it. First off, when it comes down to this tire, you got to recognize that there are levels to different off-road tires. There's the AT, the RT, and the MT, and then I forget there's something in between it that nobody really rides in, and it's weird. But this is an RT tire, built for trails. What Wheel Pros had in mind was building a tire that was built for trails while also keeping quality of ride and the road noise down. My personal opinion, actually we'll hold that to the end. So, when going off-road, a lot of what you're looking for, and I guess I can go kind of different angles with how we set this up here, is that grip. You can see with mud tires, you get wild different traction. The difference between mud tire and AT tire is the compact look of how the traction is. Obviously with mud tires, you want a little space to where you can grip on the mud and then move, right? With ATs, you're looking to not only grip onto mud, but you're mainly more focused on like more so just any type of off-roading. So when it comes to like rain on roads, that's rain on roads and then snow and then any type of gravel, any type of trail, you're looking for that in an AT and RT. And so you'll see a more compact style of tread pattern, right? Because you're going for things that are almost easier to grip, but don't need as much space in between. So when it comes down to it, the difference between an AT and an RT is that you spread out that pattern a little bit more because you are going on more, it's a rugged terrain. You're going on more rugged terrain than all-terrain. All-terrain is meant for everything. The rugged terrain is more so trail focused. And so you'll see a little bit of a wider pattern, and it's tough generally to get a wider pattern with low road noise, right? They did a ladder pattern, so on the outer aspect of this tire, you'll see the grip is much wider, and on the inner aspect, I can't even fit my finger in it. It's much, much thinner so that you can try to compact that road noise as much as possible, but still maximize that grip, right? And so you do have your rain escapes here on the tread pattern as well, which is really good for just pavement grip. Ladder grip is cool because it starts off wide, you get that grip, and you go in and anything is allowed to escape, right? Because it's wider on the outside. You do have teeth on the outside to make sure that that mud fully kicks out of the tires. And we really have tested these things. We've even started selling them on a lot of stock vehicles because when it comes down to it, a lot of our customers, not every single one of them is looking for a trail tire, even though this one is insanely capable of it. They are looking for a tire that looks really aggressive, but is good on the road, right? And so we've started selling these because we've tested them and they are quiet. They're quiet on the roads. Are they to the comparable point of a Nitto? No, not in my opinion, but they're pretty daggone close. I would say with this tire, one of the main benefits, obviously its trail use is phenomenal. The price range that you're looking at with this tire is also kind of unbeatable. It is a rugged terrain, but it still comes with a 45,000 mile warranty, which is solid. Like I was saying beforehand, the 15,000, we've had nothing but success throughout those times. I have full belief that it's going to get, I think most of ours are going to surpass 45,000 easily. These tires, competition-wise, you're looking at not a lot of people because of the fact not a lot of people range their tires from 262 to 384. This is a 35, 1250, 22. You don't find that too often for I don't know the exact price of this one, but I believe they make a size larger than this, and that's probably that 384. You're not gonna find that. That comes into competition with like price range wise of red dirt roads, and these blow these out of the water. The only competition I think these guys have is gonna be like the RT1 or a Fury, but install wise, these guys are crazy easy. And for mountain and balancing purposes, they go on smooth as butter. I haven't seen any problems thus far of installing a ton with any blowouts on the side or really any problems installing them. So these do come in rim sizes of 17, 18, 20, and 22. So you are limited on the bigger ones. If you guys are looking for something like that, you'll have to stick with AMP and Fury for now. I don't know if these guys are coming out with ones in the future. They very well might, and I hope they do because they're freaking solid. But for now, 17, 18, 20, 22, for you guys that run those, this is a phenomenal option. If you don't believe me because of some superstition, I understand it. I review different things about cars. I go over different stuff, and you don't have to never believe anything you believe online unless it is shown to you. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna take you guys on the road, get you to hear this, and actually see how it rides. So we'll see y'all out there. Obviously, driving around the parking lot and doing those little speed tests that we just did wasn't too fast of speed, so we're gonna give you guys 3 different levels of speed where you can actually tell the amount of cabin noise that you're getting. But it was pretty impressive. I mean, I remember, and I'm not gonna name the tire specifically, well, why not? Driving in Furies, whenever you accelerate like that, and you just gun it, and also just braking, Furies will skid a decent bit, and these ones, I didn't feel that at all, and not even braking, and I broke pretty decently hard. But you guys didn't get a noise check with how much sound comes into that cabin, so we're gonna give that to you now, going 25, 45, and 60. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Obviously, driving around this parking lot, you don't have the craziest terrain, but it was insanely comfortable. So let's go ahead onto the highway and see how we got with noise coming into the cabin. All right, so we're bringing it down to 25 now. I don't know if Matt wants to get all close and personal with me, but we are at 25, 24. But you guys can hear me perfectly fine. I'll go off the gas. There's minimal amounts of noise. We just went over a manhole, and you can barely hear it in the cabin, and I barely felt it. So very comfortable, even though this has a 6-inch lift on it, even though it's got 35-inch rugged terrain tires. It's insanely comfortable, and there's not a lot of road noise. We're gonna move it up here, see if I can't push it to 45. Just give you guys some accurate sound. There we go, 47. So still, it's got the slightest little, you know, like the sound of, you know how BMW started making music for their electric vehicles? That's almost what I think of when I hear this tire sound. It's like a oh. It's not an actual hum. It's not a va. You got a very, very slight little sound of the tires, but nothing you can't talk over. You guys can hear me perfectly. I'm talking in a very normal tone of voice, and it's nothing to complain about. We're gonna see this highway right here. I believe is a 50. So if it's not, we're just gonna do it either way. So we had fun here at Krietz. Oh, it's a 35. I think there's a 50 zone somewhere up here. All right, yeah, we're good. All right, so we're at 60 now, and this is our talking rate. Pretty solid. Just same thing, talking at a decent voice. Do not have a lot of tire noise in the cabin. Obviously, I've slowed down here, so you'll hear the noise that we do have go down. But I am in a 55, and I'm not from here, so I don't know where cops are hiding away in the city. But that's the sound you get. It's really nothing too crazy. You can talk perfectly all right, unlike mud tires. I know mine. They kind of scream a little bit at me. So I've got to raise my voice to like this point when I'm talking in my car. But either way, this truck, when you put these tires on, I was talking in a monotone voice from 60 to 45 to 25. And we're at 35 right now. And it's completely all right. You don't get that howling that you do with a mud tire. So that's pretty cool. Cruising wise, take my word for it, I've cruised around these on flat surfaces a lot, and these things cruise. It's nothing different than your typical all-terrain, which isn't too crazy different than a street tire. And we've got massive wheels on here too, so that shouldn't help, but it's a regular cruising rate. So yeah, that's that. We're gonna head back to the shop now, finish up this video for you guys. We've got a surprise at the end. So wait for it and watch it. I don't know how to get back home. So this is beautiful countryside of Frederick, Maryland. See the fields? This looks like a nice hunting field. Oh, some ag back there? Heck yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna do some investigating and stay out here the rest of my work day, but we will see you guys in the next video. We'll see you back at the shop. All right, so as you can see there throughout the ride, this tire is wildly quiet for a rugged terrain. Now, I'm saying especially rugged terrain in the price range of what it is, right? We tested it. You see how quiet it is. You see how it rides. If you want this tire, please hit us up at 301-694-4642 or visit KreitzCustoms.com. We've got them all there. We've got a boatload in stock. Want a free set of wheels and tires? Subscribe to Krietz Customs. We're giving away a free set at the end of the year if we hit 50,000 subscribers. So if you want them, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.